Day 2, y'all. So today, what I decided to focus on is focus. So yesterday, even with day 1 and doing KonMari, there's like a million other things that always pop into my head and I get distracted, and that's what life is today because we just live in that world. It's crazy with cell phones and technology and everybody doing 5 million things, especially for all my people that live in LA. We are always in hustle mode. So we're juggling a lot of different hats and plates and everything. So I was going to share 3 things, mainly because it's about just like keeping it simple. And these are things that I actually have done. And again, for anyone that like hasn't watched my other video, um, I am doing a 365-day challenge, and this challenge basically is me working on something every day and like sharing with you guys things that like are challenging, I guess, for me, and then also things that work for me. And it'll probably be a little bit different all the time, and I'm doing this over the next year, so I'm sure it's going to evolve. But anyways, yeah, I love that concept. People say KISS, which is keep it simple, stupid, but I'm all about verbiage and I'm not trying to put stupid in my subconscious mind. So I'm going to say keep it simple, sucka, because I love just saying that because it's fun. Um, so, yeah, the things that I'm going to share with y'all is one, the Forest app. It's something that somebody introduced to me. How to kind of do sets for your brain because it's, like doing a workout basically for your mind, and then your mind can only retain so much anyways. And then also just another like tip that I do when I feel kind of like all over the place. So one, the Focus app, a girl introduced it to me that was a part of my coaching program. She's somebody who I met through Life on Fire, which is where I got my coaching certification. And when we're training, we do like coaching with each other and we have different challenges. And she was actually coaching me on a challenge. And one of the things that I was sharing with her is that yeah, just my focus because I'm doing so many things. It's the same thing that I'm bringing to the table here. And also the time management. And she referred this app that's called Forest app. And basically, you can plant trees and create these forests. And you set a timer so that you don't touch your phone. And it's fun. So, like, I have to do something that's fun. It has to feel good to me. If it's not fun, it feels like work, and I'm not trying to work in my life. Like I just want to play and have fun and be able to create a life through doing that. And I feel like we do that when we are, truly staying in alignment with like what our vision is, and then kind of testing out the waters to see like what works and what doesn't. So for me, doing an app like that, I've tried it. It's fun. It's something that I'm declaring to you guys that I'm gonna bring back into like my regular day because I'll use it so like randomly. I was using it a lot right when I first found out about it, um, and then it was just something that I didn't really make a priority to put as a daily practice. So I'm like, why not throw that in here? Because when I was doing the KonMari stuff yesterday, I was literally like, it was taking me forever because I was all over the place still in my brain. I'm like going to go do the laundry, and then I'm like, oh, let me feed the dog. And then I'm like, maybe I should put on a face mask because, I want to put that on as well, and then I'll save time. And I'm always thinking, how can I collapse time frames? So my brain is constantly like, pshoo, 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 this kind of, what do they call it? A little pinball machine. That's what I feel like sometimes. And this app, it not only like helps you focus because if you try to pick up your phone when it's on, it'll actually say like it will kind of read to you, put your phone down, like get back to work, and it's funny, and so I kind of like laugh at it. And then if you do have to use your phone, and I actually text my husband when I'm about to use it, I'm like, hey, I'm about to use my app, don't call me because he always wants me to pick up his calls when he calls. So anyways, yeah, I will like let important people know like, hey, I'm going to be focused for the next 15, 20 minutes, whatever it's going to be. Because if you do pick up your phone, then basically you kill off your trees. And then when you look at your whole forest, you'll see dead trees, alive trees, little bushes, and it kind of gives you something to work towards. I also like this app too because I kind of think about it as not only am I planting trees, but I'm thinking, okay, for the next 5 minutes, because I'll do short things. I'll do like a 5 minute focus. That's it. And I set an intention. So I think of it as like I'm planting an intention and I am declaring a focus for that time for myself. And I'm stepping into a practice to create discipline and structure. And again, it's doing it in a way that is fulfilling to me. So I do enjoy that app if you guys want to check it out, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. And then the other thing that I learned actually recently, I'm pretty sure I learned it from Jay Shetty, who I'm pretty sure learned it from Jim Quick. And these are all kind of like the Mind Valley guys. So if you haven't heard of them, again, it's Jay Shetty and Jim Quick. Jay Shetty was a monk, and Jim Quick actually, he claims that he, wasn't a great learner, and I believe he said he was dyslexic or something. And I just love him because he studies the mind and he studies the brain and memory. And I've literally had 4 concussions, and through life and then also through performing. And memory has been a struggle for me. Like, I literally get anxiety because it's hard for me to remember names and conversations and places. I literally have even done so many jobs and so many things that I can't even remember. And people will say, "Oh, remember we did this together?" And I'm like, I don't know. And there's a couple of things, like, obviously, I think people that work in our field, we're constantly meeting new people all the time. Every single week, it's a new thing. I work in entertainment, if nobody knows that. And even like coaching, I love coaching people. So I'm always in conversation with people. And it's hard to, what I've experienced in the past is that it's hard to keep track of it all. So I love Jim Quick, and my sister-in-law, again, who introduced me to KonMari, which is who I gave a shout out to yesterday, she introduced me to Jim Quick as well. So I love you. I love you so much. I'll say thank you. So going back to what I was going to share with Jay Shetty and Jim Quick. So Jim Quick, he focuses on mind games and being able to have an extremely fast memory and literally just step into a new, how I see it, as a new way of believing in yourself and like working out your brain, literally like you would work out your bicep. And Jay Shetty talked about it in a video recently that I'd watched, and he was saying to do basically reps for focus time. So if you were to do, let's say, 3 or 4 reps, and you did 20 to 30 minutes of focus time. So if I were going to set on my, Forest app a 20-minute time frame, and the 20 minutes is literally so that I can, set the intention, plant my intention of whatever it is that I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And then once that 20 minutes is up, then I'm going to take a little mini break. I like to do 3 minutes. I think of it as like a song. And either one, I can listen to a song. I'll go do something I need to do. I can go on social media. I can, I usually won't make a phone call because my phone calls are always forever. But like, I'll just do something else that gives my brain a break, and I don't have to really think and focus too much. And then you'll go back, and then you'll do another 20 to 30 minute set. Again, whatever you want to do. So I actually usually will do, it averages, but I want to say I usually do 4 sets, and I like to do 20 minutes. And then you actually can get so much more done. And I use that with the Forest app. And so, again, I'm bringing that back in for this year to make it more of a practice. And everything that I'm choosing to do, I'm compounding these so that every day it's like, okay, I work on my KonMari today, and then I also will work on my focus today. Tomorrow it will be whatever the heck it's going to be. And so with the Forest app, since you can't use your phone, usually if I'm not on my Forest app, I have a million lists in my phone that are all the things that I want to get done. Like, for instance, I need to take my dog in to, just get a regular checkup. But if it's not in the forefront of my face, like if I'm not seeing it, that will totally be forgotten. Again, it's a memory thing, right? Something I'm working on. So I have all these lists, and even to remember to look at the list can be a challenge sometimes. So when I am on the Forest app and I can't write notes in my phone, if something pops into my head and I'm like, squirrel, and I need to remember this, and I'm trying to be in a 20-minute focus for whatever it is that I chose to focus on, I'll just keep like a side note and I'll write out a quick note. This is actually my bullet journal. So like I'll write stuff in my bullet journal or just somewhere on a little pad, even just like this. I have them all the time everywhere. And it will just say blah, blah, blah. So that when that 20-minute set is over, okay, cool, I'll go to my phone, I'll add that to my list. And yeah, so anyways. So that is today, day 2, focus. If that's going to help anybody, amazing. I'm trying to think of things that maybe I've struggled with. I think it's just being, one, consistency in anything. I think every single human, if you don't struggle with consistency, you may not be human. You may be alien and from another planet, and like, go you. But yeah, anything that we've learned in our life, we just have to practice and practice and practice. Like this whole thing of life really is just a practice. Um, so that is something that, of course, has been a little bit of a challenge. And I would say probably just, it is really just practicing that focus. If anybody has any other structures that they use or things that they use, tips that have helped, or um, I kind of like to call them like triggers, like that will put you in alignment so that you can be all in on something for a short period of time, let me know. That'd be great. Um, but yeah, it's like as I'm in the practice of practicing focus, it's being in the awareness of now to be like, oh yeah, choose focus, choose whatever it was, choose the intention again, because in a split second, your brain can just go off. So I guess that would be the only other challenge. Um, but yeah, if anything else pops up, I guess I'll just add it to my story. So cheers today too, and holla for a dollar. Thanks, guys. Bye.